Hi guys, welcome back to the Vortex. So today is going to be a little bit of a different stream. We recently did some playtesting and we got some very valuable playtesting feedback, in which now we have a couple things that we need to go back and work on. So we are doing some of that today. Now, originally we were using scrolls in order to determine I guess I did delete it. We were using scrolls in order to help guide the player. So giving them instructions and presenting them with puzzles and riddles. But through playtesting, we have seen that the players don't necessarily gravitate towards the scrolls. They're just like, oh, okay, that's another object. There are also many other ways for us to communicate with the player that they can interact with them, which we are also implementing. But because they're not gravitating towards the scrolls or taking the time to really read them, we've decided to change it to just have the words be on signs, such as, oh, this is on opposite, and a corkboard. So, what would be great would be pins. I don't think I have pins. Absolutely nothing for pins. Cool. All right. Well, and should I still make it like a paper? You know what? We will. So I have my handy dandy iPad with me and I am writing the instructions very vaguely, very briefly. It doesn't have to be super detailed, at least for now, just because that's not what we're doing. Just gonna draw a sheet of paper, fill it in, just clean up the edges, and let's add a tiny bit of gradient to it so it doesn't look like just a white sheet, because that doesn't look realistic whatsoever. Let's take some gray and do we like this? That looks better actually. I like quite like that. Yeah, that looks quite nice. Now we're going to erase the edges. So this will be done in just a second, and then I will show you how I then import these assets that I draw by hand and how we then put them into our project, because sometimes and oftentimes you have to change it a little bit from the settings that you import them with. Here we go, and okay, and done. Here we are. So now I'm going to take it, select share PNG, and I am going to send it to my email. Okay. Now that it's been sent and I have received it, we are going to quickly hop on to my email, which you will not see. And I have the sheet. Now I download it. So it's downloaded onto my desktop, not added to my drive. And now, actually I'm going to create another folder. Sayings. Now I'm going to pull up my documents, my download, and it should be right there. Let me just double check the name. Yes, okay, lovely. Now I'm gonna open this and I'm just gonna drag and drop. There we go, all done. Now we have this. It is a 2D texture import. Default, we want this to be a sprite. Apply. Now, no, Command Z. What? Okay, we're gonna keep it as default now and see if that just makes it, no, it does, no. Because it's a texture. I think we do want it as a sprite editor. Okay, that's it. Just don't attach it to an object. And now we're going to scale it way down. I think that's fine for now. Okay, now it is on top of the wall. Cool, closer the better. Now that that's done, we're going to rename this to, let's try that again. We're going to rename this sign. Now we also have these child drawings, which are in one of these folders. If I can find it. There we are. We're gonna take this one. Did I just give the wall that texture? Of course. Let's look down. Oh, that's why. It's default, it's not a sprite. Apply. Now, cool. And we repeat. We rescale. We move up, over, and back. So now, okay, again, the player is here. It would probably be better if it was further down then. Let's align it properly. Perfect, that works quite well. Now we're going to rotate it a tad. This is now one of the collectibles. So I'm going to rename this so it's easier for the rest of the team to find this. Childhood Drawing Lighthouse. Done. But this will also be a collectible. So there. Instructions easy. Collect the key, find the door. Now you must collect the key and find the door. Boom. So that is changing sign completed. So another big part of game design, just in terms of game design, and I want to share it with you guys, is an iterative process. So because game designers often use agile in terms of project management, which is not like waterfall. Waterfall is basically you have the goal, you already know what the goal is, the complete goal. You have certain measurements or metrics that you can use to measure your success to meet your goal, or you have X amount of money, let's say, to buy this many presents, and you have this X amount of cups and Y amount of plates and etc. Like you're planning a party. That all fine and good. That's waterfall. You already know everything. You have the budget. It's just boom, woo, accomplished. Agile. So when, let's say something comes up. So you are a party planner rather than you are planning this party for yourself. And your stakeholder, your boss says, I want a different type of cup. I want Z cup. And I want everyone to have a party favor. I want them to be these 3 things. Boom, boom, boom. Now you have to calculate the price of the bags, of all the goodie bags, the actual bags, on top of the actual items that you are placing within the bags, on top of this new cup instead of the old cup. But what if you already bought the cups? Now your budget has gone from this ideal space that you've already allocated your budget to for these certain items that they asked for, now to this. So you have to do an iterative process. That is essentially an iterative process in the sense where something comes up and you must change it. So particularly with games design, we create our game, our alpha version, a couple of levels. We've had a playtester come and playtest. There were some bugs, some issues, things that were happening that we didn't necessarily want to happen. Because players have their own mind, right? Like you're not supposed to tell them. They go explore it. It's their world now. There were certain things that they were missing that we found really integral to the game, such as the scrolls that I mentioned earlier, which is why we are now changing it to have a cork board. So the player, like this is the first thing that the player sees. There is no room for interpretation. This is important. Collect the key, find the door. So, hello. Did this just die? My headphones just died. My headphones just died. That's wonderful. Okay, well, back to what I was saying. It is an iterative process because we have now received feedback from the playtesters and we need to tweak some things in order to make our communication with the player a lot more clear and also to then have the outcome that we would like in terms of knowing that they need to find a key and then they need to get to the door. So that is one thing off of our Trello board checked off, which is wonderful. Okay. Well, I think that is all we will have time for today. Thank you guys so much for joining the Vortex again, and I look forward to seeing you in the next stream. Bye! Have a wonderful day.